What's up, comic fans? All right, it's time to preview the comic books coming out September 17th. All right, so we're going to look at the books. We got spec books, we got spotlight books, we got the FOC books. You got to order those by Monday. All right, and we got the rest of the books coming out this week, and we're going to do it all right after this. Welcome back. All right, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the spec books. And number one, right off the bat, Deadpool, Batman, DC, number one. Boom. You got it. Couple of stories in each book. It's a crossover. This one is coming out of Marvel. DC will have theirs later on in the year. Just all around. This is something that people assumed would never happen again because pride and all that other good stuff. But here we are. We have a Marvel DC crossover once again. Right. Lots of talent on this. You got Kevin Smith, Adam Kubert, Chip Zdarsky, Kelly Thompson, Terry Dodson. Frank Miller's an artist on this, Al Ewing, Ryan North, Zeb Wells, right? We got Craig Capullo, Tim Townsend, Alex Sinclair, just all sorts of talent on this book. A million gazillion covers, right? Get the one that you enjoy. That's the A cover there. Here are all the open border covers. There should be a Scotty Young in here too, even though we can see him listed up there. Peach Momoko. I mean, so many artists. I guess they couldn't name everybody who worked on this book, but yeah, there are a lot of people working on this book. And then, I mean, you got the retailer exclusives as well. So yeah, get the cover that you think you will like the most. All right, moving on to the rest of the books on the spec list. We got No Man's Land number one. This is out of Image Comics. It's a murder mystery. Set in 1963. We got FBI. We got KGB. We got nuclear tensions. We got the U.S. We got Russia. These are all kind of the things that kind of make up a good story that connects with the audience. It's something that the audience would have some knowledge of. Yeah, so that's why that's on the list. I like to take a stab at an indie every once in a while. And then last but not least on my spec list is Ultimate Spider-Man number 19. I believe this is the first cover of this version of Venom, per se. We've had other covers of the more black suit Spider-Man. And if I'm wrong, definitely put that in the comments. But I believe this is the first appearance that we have Ultimate Universe's Venom in this iteration. Okay. A bunch of other covers, because this is the second printing of issue number 19 by Mark Gicchetto. All right, guys, we're done with the spec books. We are now moving on to the spotlight books. First off, we have Transformers number one, the Autobot Sound Chip 2025 Foil Virgin variant, or Foil Virgin edition. This is a $20 book, polybag. What is it about this book that makes it so special? It's like one of those reading cards you buy where it plays music. When you flip the lid on this, it will play the sound of the Transformers transforming, right? There is one for Transformers. There is a Decepticons variant as well. And then there is a Void Rivals variant. So, all sorts of variants to be had. Here they show the Transformers and the Decepticons. The other one is the Starfire variant. It is almost the Transformers cover, except instead of the red background, it is white. Okay, so kind of like the Decepticons one, but that is insane. So, you know, it's definitely a cool pickup if you can grab one. I think, anyway. I mean, it's also gimmicky, right? But let's go. Let's continue moving on. Next spotlight book, Marvel Zombies Red Band #1. All right, they're taking classic Marvel stories and turning them into Marvel Zombie stories. That's really all you need to know. We're starting off with the Fantastic Four. So that's, to me, that's pretty cool. Moving on, let's get to the last of the spotlight books. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones #1. I believe this is the first solo series from Casey Jones in over 30 years. So, oh yeah, look at that right there. Spinning directly from the pages of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones' first solo miniseries in over 30 years. Boom. So, I mean, if you're a Turtles fan, most times you are very familiar with Casey Jones. And he's a very likable character. So why not throw that on the spotlight list? All right, we're moving on now to the FOC books. First off, we have Star Wars Jedi. This looks like a rap album cover or something. Yo, straight out of Star Wars. But yeah, it's a cool cover. Just saying. And there's Suna Taj. So we have another first appearance. They've gone crazy with first appearances in Star Wars, but if you collect them all, you can't miss out. You'll probably also spend a ton of money until you get it right. All right, next one on the FOC list, Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue 22. Now we're coming close to an end. I believe issue 24 will be the last issue, that's what they're saying. The last will and testament of, and it says redacted, so we may get a death in this book. So I really hate to see the Ultimate Universe come to an end, but that's what they're saying. All right, our last book we're going over. So those first two books were brought to us by State of Comics. This next one is Third Eye Comics, and we have Predator kills the Marvel Universe, and look, he's wearing the Weapon X helmet. So that's why we're all on this one. This is issue number 3. Go. Reeling from the deadly Utaja invasion, Earth surviving heroes lick their wounds and form a last line of defense. Wolverine and Spider-Man take the lead. So, pretty cool. I just think it's a cool cover. I don't even know if I bought the first 2 issues, but that's issue number 3. Alright, let's get into the rest of the books coming out this week. Let's go. We're starting off with Marvel. 128 different covers this week. So that is a lot of covers. Alright, we got the Amazing Spider-Man number 12. Amazing Spider-Man's been a really good series. Captain America number 2 is getting a second printing. What else? Including one of those negative space variants, Virgin variants. This time it was all blue background. This time it's got the stars and stripes on it. Alright. Keep moving on. Deadpool, Wolverine. I believe there's some stuff going on where they turn into the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, or 2 of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And that series, Fantastic Four, is on issue number 3. I read the first 2 issues. I'm digging it. It's got ties to, One World Under Doom. So, if you're reading that, kind of worth it to pick up the Fantastic Four. You will have part of the connecting cover this week, the Scotty Young connecting cover. Incredible Hulk, pound for pound, one of the best horror books on the market. What else? You got Magic, Marvel Zombies, the Red Band. All right. Last week we had Punisher Red Band, which means this week you'll probably have some kind of Punisher Red Band second printing or something like that. Maybe not. I could be wrong. I'm just assuming. Deadpool and Batman coming out this week. All right. All sorts of covers for that. If you're a Mentions sketch cover fan. They have a red blank cover. Alright. So just a ton of books. A ton of books out of Marvel. A ton of covers out of Marvel. If you like pets, you got the pet cover, right? With Crypto, Jeff the Land Shark. Just all sorts of stuff. But there's still covers. Black Panther and Catwoman, all the covers. Obviously Deadpool and Batman. Wolverine and Lobo, right? Batman and Deadpool's got a young cover. Wolverine and Batman. Captain America and Wonder Woman. The list just goes on and on. Miles Morales, also coming out this week. There's a White Cat cover. Wouldn't be the first, and there's an Inari cover. They wouldn't be the first solo covers. They've already been on the cover. But if you just like character covers, those do exist. Predator Kills the Marvel Universe is on issue number 2. We discussed during the FOC. Issue number 3. Predators bringing it. Star Wars. Boba Fett. The Black, White, and Red book. The Ultimate Black Panther continues on. And then there's Ultimate Spider-Man. There's a second printing on that one. The Ultimates are in issue 16. Not a bad read. The Uncanny X-Men is out this week. There's an Alex Ross Timeless variant. What else? We got the Uncanny X-Men, and then we got some Uncle Scrooge, issue number 2. And Wolverine Revenge, Red Band, Black and White edition, which will, kind of show the art without the color. Alright, we're Image. Image has 74 covers this week, so not that. Bloodletter number 4 is out. I read issue 1 of that. I thought it was decent. It kept me engaged, so keep reading it. Creep Show Volume 4 is issue number 1. The Curse of Shirley Johnson. It's on issue number 3. Deadly Tales of the Gunslingers on issue number 9. We have Exquisite Corpses, issue number 5 coming out. I've been collecting the playing card, the Polymat playing card variant. I'm trying to just collect a couple of playing cards. They're supposed to be printing a game based on it, or the comics are based on the game. Who knows? G.I. Joe, not part of the Energon universe. This is the ongoing G.I. Joe universe. Actually, I just lied to you. I did. That is the Energon universe issue. That's number 11. So, forget what I said. There is this cool 616 connecting Virgin cover. A and B, though, when they do the same issue, it's not as cool. It's not even 2 of the same issue. I'd rather it be consecutive issues, 10, 11, or 11, 12. Anyway, that's just my 2 thoughts. Ghost Pepper, number 3, that's out. I read the first 2 issues of that. It's a fun read. It reads very much like an anime or a manga. Let's go. Battle Beast number 5 is out this week. I think there's like some origin story of one of the characters in there. Snowman's Land. We talked about that as possibly being a spec book. The Seasons. This ends tonight. That's been a fun read. It's through the eyes of different characters on each issue. So, not bad. Transformers number 1, the Sound Chip reprint. Alright. There is 3 covers. Alright. We got the Optimus Prime. We got the Decepticon. We got the Jetfire. We got the Walking Dead in color and Witchblade. Jumping over to DC now. Batman number 1 has a Batman Day 2025 number 1. We didn't talk about that, but this Saturday is Batman Day, alright? So LCS should have some Batman books on that day. Go ahead, jump in grab some Batman Day books. This is Absolute Batman number 1. Alright, for the Batman Day. Looks like a blank variant too, so you can probably bring that with you to a con. There's the 8th printing, Jay Lee, number 1. I actually have that book, but in foil. That was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Now they're printing it without the foil as the 8th printing. It's really cool artwork. Definitely worth picking up. And then a bunch of reprints, 5th, 4th, 6th. It's a Batman Day printings of Absolute Batman. Including a glow in the dark of number 12. Alright, we're off. We got Absolute Flash also coming out. That's on issue number 7. Wonder Woman. Having some further prints. 7th printing, issue number 1. I don't think I ever got a first printing. Absolute number 1. So I have to look into see if I can grab one of those. New Batman series, Batman the Second Night. That's supposed to be more of a modern retelling of some classic Batman stories. So got that. What else? Facsimile of Batman number 1. And we're going to keep the ball rolling. Batman and Robin year 1 is on issue number 11. There is a Batman and Robin year 1 Chris Samney cover. Try to rock out with that. We got World's Finest on issue number 43. I've heard nothing things about that. We got the artboard size artist edition of Absolute Batman number 1. So that's going to be a really big book. Yeah. Make sure you have big enough back and forth. It's really good and big. It's like treasury size. Crypto, the last dog of Krypton, is already on issue number 4. That's insane. You got it's on issue number 10. Nightwing's on issue number 130. And the Titans, which I believe is coming to an end very soon, is on issue number 27. We're off to Dynamite. Only 27 covers on Dynamite this year, including Captain Planet. On issue number 5. Captain Planet, he's a hero. We got the Herculoids on issue number 8. What else? Vampirella is on issue number 3. Those are your, I think it was only 3 this week out of Dynamite. ONI Press, you got a bunch of those EC books coming out. You got Catacomb Torment, it's on issue number 3. Then we have Cemetery Kids Run Rabbit, it's on issue number 2. Beth Till Death. Little Rick and Morty action going on. That's issue number 1 on that. It's Cowboys of Blue Mesa. That's issue number 1 there. Alright. And then we're moving on to the next one. We got IDW. What do we have out of IDW? We got Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. That's on issue number 2. My Little Pony. It's on issue number 1. The Sweetest Collection. It's a collection. We got Casey Jones. Plenty of covers for Casey Jones. That's also on issue number 1. Boom! Here comes the boom! Ready or not. Blinking Your Misses on issue number 2. We got The Expanse. That's on issue number 1. A little the death. The Killer Affairs of the State 2 is on issue number 4. What else? We got Grimm Fairy Tales. This is Xenoscope Entertainment. Grimm Fairy Tales, Oz, Tablet of Destinies. Alright, we're off to Titan Comics, home to Conan the Barbarian, but also home to Blade Runner, Black Lotus. That's on issue number 1. You have the Conan the Barbarian foil, issue number 24. Alright, we're off to Mad Cave Studios. We have some Tracy. What else? Flow, issue number 1. And some other books. Crimson Justice. It's on issue number 4. Whatever happened to Sons and Justice. We're at Valiant Entertainment. They have XO Man of War, issue number 1. With their Valiant Beyond book. Now we're off to Berserker Comics. Eat, Sleep, Repeat, issue number 1. Now, there's some Amp Comics, Black Demon Tales, Mechanica, that's on issue 1. Ignition Press, this is their second book coming out. There's a Roots of Madness ash can. They've been releasing these ash cans that kind of introduce you to the books. That's kind of what ash cans normally do. And then Voyeur is the next book that's coming out from Ignition Press. Rebellion. Then we have Dark Horse. We have a Magic the Gathering book, issue number 1. Untold Stories of Elspeth. Ahoy Comics, The Toxic Avenger, that's on issue number 3. Keen Spot, they got the Globble, that's on issue number 3. Bad Idea, issue number 2 of the Hero Trade Project Chimera. EWA, They Choose Violence, that's on issue number 4. Tomorrow Publishing, Pack Issue, that's Madman on the cover there. What else do we have? Advent Comics, Dark Matter, Rise of Lexicon, that's issue number 1. Strangers, E7 Comics, Fantagraphs. We're just gonna name publishers now. Panic Entertainment, the Pokemon, homage cover, I guess. Second printing foil. I do remember seeing this on Tama. There's the Sidarsky comic news. And that's it, folks. Those are the comics coming out this week. If you like the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go ahead and throw me a thumbs up and comment down below. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to get ready for this week's books. Peace, deuces. We're out. Alright, moving on. Well, that is just a blank page of new comics, isn't it?